once again, I figure it's as good a time as any. So if anybody joins, thank you. If not, it's still good to talk to you. And then whenever you come across this video, I I gotta soon figure out how to I gotta figure out how to put up a picture and everything while going live, because it seems like I can't do a lot on this device unless I have to unlock it on all the features with views. I don't know how it works. Anyways, the late night audio show. So what's on your mind tonight? What do you want to talk to? As you could see in the title, we're just chatting, you know? And as I said long ago, for those who pay attention, I said one day, if I can go live, I will do a late night audio show, and instead of taking phone calls, you can comment in here. It's much easier. So, yeah, I mean, let's just get right into it, man. How was your Earth Day? How was your Easter? I know the struggle can be real because you know what? God said, let there be light, and man said, let's charge them for it. I hope you're all doing good tonight. Put a little light in the subject. Yeah, pretty soon, man. One day when this channel is flooded with lots of love and internet neighbors, I might somehow bring back the late night talk show. This is just the audio show. Consider it one of your podcasts, even though I prefer being on radio. That would be nice. Um, yeah, man. Well, I used to years back, before all the changes to this wonderful platform. I was at a desk. I had my microphone. I had my coffee mug. I had everything. It was a late night show with shades. And one day those bright lights will be on again. Okay? I love you all very much, and I might have a lot to say. I'm sure you have a lot to say, and this is the place to say it. Just chatting tonight. And just start sending the love, man, Send some love by showing up. Send some love with a like. Only if you like what you see. You are never forced to like on this channel. Everything you do is independent and up to you. It's just, I'm thinking about all these other YouTubers, and then myself. I know I should think about myself, but I can't help it. I feel like whenever I try to think of myself or things like that to do with myself, I just feel so guilty about it, you know? And, yeah, so all these YouTubers that, like, should be on top that aren't, I mean, I feel bad for them. I see a lot of, what would you call this word? Like, underdog YouTubers that work really hard that should have been on the top years ago. Rules keep changing, though, so, but I know it is what it is, but to those, working really hard and like constantly giving it your all, constantly, uploading content, and people are still not showing you love. I'm proud of you. I'm here for you. Come over and visit, whenever you want to. And yeah, so anybody else have a haunted house? So what you don't realize is this late night audio show is live from a haunted house. Not that many people do this at all. I mean, unless I missed the memo, I haven't seen many people doing, an audio show in a haunted house. And you know many people that have a podcast in a haunted house? I mean, if there is some, good, but I haven't seen much. So I know some people in other lands are awake. So come on, uh, come visit the channel here. Anyways, we're gonna keep on speaking. What's the spookiest ghost experience you ever had? And considering the time of night over here, it makes me want to ask you, what's the spookiest thing that's ever been outside your window, lurking, staring at you, no matter what color their eyes are, or if it's just a black silhouette, you know? You know how some of these spirits, I know you can tell right away, certain ones don't belong in this dimension, and they just show up because they feel like it, or something went wrong, and I feel like it's my duty, duty, to put them back in their realm where they belong. At least the ones that are bad. And I've been trying to figure this out, a way to contain or send them back. This is my line of work. The night is my map, okay? I don't do daytime much. Nighttime is another world. Nighttime is my world, you know. You know, live your best life. You know, don't end up staying up late, worrying about people who don't even care if you wake up the next morning. You know, it's like my grandfather said this a long time ago. In the end, money won't even matter. And I'm gonna add to that, the arguing won't matter either. You know, and silence can be golden. You know, it's better to just no one paid it when I used to have Facebook. No one paid attention to the signs, the signals, the music I shared for a reason. No one just paid attention. No one could solve the puzzle. And that's okay. There was plenty of fair warnings, you know, and how I was treated there and why I left. But, anyways, back on topic. What is the scariest thing that's been outside your window at night? Because, like, when I was, like, smaller, I went to this beach house with my grandmother, or more specifically, my dad's mom. And, it was something with red eyes outside my window. Naturally, she didn't believe me when I told her. She said, like, oh, you can write books, you can write a story. I mean, I don't understand, like, she goes to church, but she doesn't believe in nothing else. I mean, whether monsters or creatures, or ghosts, she won't believe in that, but she'll believe in the Holy Ghost. I don't understand that. It's like if you ask my grandma, "Do you believe in ghosts?" and she'd probably say no, and I'm like, "Are you a religious person?" And she'll say, "Yeah," and I'm like, "All right." Makes no sense. And also joining me tonight are Mo and Cooper. One, that is Cooper you're hearing, who just woke up. I guess he'll be joining me here in the studio. I mean, this is their channel, but the reason you don't see them much is because they don't do much anymore except fight and Cats fighting, I hear, is not a thing that wants to is not a thing YouTube wants on their platform. So I don't record them much anymore because they've been at it for years and I wish they would get along. I remember ages ago, hey Cooper, when they were kittens and they were cleaning each other and they played together. That has so changed. It is the same as humans, man. You know, when teenage brothers become teenagers, and when they grow up and it's time to just give them separate rooms. It's the same thing with cats, I swear. They fight at a certain age, and that's it. The kitten years are over. Um, yes, Cooper. Trying to do a show here. You can stay. There's some people that used to watch, love you and Mo very much. I appreciate everybody who's stopping by, even if you can't comment. I appreciate you choosing to watch. Thank you for finding this channel if you are new. Um, yeah, so basically just anybody who can't sleep tonight, this is the place to be. Um, so I'd like to know about your best ghost stories. True ones only, obviously. Have you ran into what was that popular one? The Hat Man. Have you run into the Hat Man? Do you have shadow people? Do you have ghosts? Do you have demons? What lurks in your house? Do you even know something's in your house? You know what I noticed most of all is like when you're a kid or something and someone like they think your mom or someone thinks you hide their keys and you honestly didn't. And and the logic part of their brain says you're the only one in the house, so it must mean that you did it. When not knowing the obvious of how at a certain age when you're too short to reach in the middle of the table where they were, and then you're in your room or something, and she comes back and the keys are on the floor, you know, and you were in your room the whole time, but it is what it is. Kids will get blamed for things. Kids, and seeing as how too many people play with Luigi boards and never said goodbye, I wouldn't be surprised if kids have invisible friends from like the 1900s or something. Because when you see ghosts, that is history still walking around. When your hair rises on your neck, when you get the goosebumps, that's them behind you, right next to you. Thank you for the like. I take it as a donation. Donating a like, best thing you can do. My channel's free, remember that. So yeah, sticking to that and like, ever hear of Mothman? How far do you think he can fly, or is he just a local monster? uh, I believe in it all. I really do. Okay, I have chosen to sit back for those tuning in. Can you still hear me? I know you can hear me, Koopy. You're a good boy. um, it is morning somewhere, you know, and sometimes, if you ever listen to the radio shows at night, of course the coffee's still brewing. They got a big show ahead of them. It doesn't have to be morning, because remember, it's always morning somewhere. And sometimes you need that brew to keep going. Or good sleep. So if you're gonna do for those who are listening, if you're gonna do a future show like this, I advise a lot of sleep before you go into your, you know, late night talking, or bring the coffee. So it'll be a long night, depending on how long you just decide to choose to do your show. You know, anybody once again who decides to listen, I'm very grateful for you. You know, the world is getting a little bit better right here. You know, you don't have to do certain things anymore, at least over here, and you know, people having a bad day. You know, my hugs are free too. You know, my channel and my hugs are free. Um, I truly believe the ones that are made for hunting, you know, get a real strong scent in their nose, you know, and they start using it. I mean, like a dog, but you know what I mean? Like, if you ever go into a place that's abandoned and you start smelling food, I mean, then you're on the track or something. You're doing a good job. And this, and I mean this seriously, I'm not talking about smelling what's in your bag. I'm saying if you brought no food and you went to an abandoned place and you like start smelling bread or something, you're on the right track of a spirit or what the place used to be. You'll get your answer if you use your nose a lot. You know, you'll get your answer if you look around a lot for clues. It's just, you know, no specific topic tonight, but you know, ghosts is one of my favorite topics. Um, I hope that you all are doing well tonight and you're like, if you're in a cold part of the world, I hope you're warm. If you're warm in a warm part of the world, I hope you're nice and cool tonight, you know. Wishing the best for everybody, you know, your health, you know, your well being. I hope it's all good. All good things for you. Um, for baseball fans, you know, and Ghost fans, I have a Babe Ruth story of my own on my channel here. If you want to check that out, and it was all true, you know. I don't really, I'm not really into made up ghost stories. I'm into the real ones, the real deals, you know. You ever, you ever like have your back against the window or something and you feel eyes on you? Well, that's one of the tools you were given. You don't feel that way for no reason. You were given tools, okay? And that's one of them. That's one of your senses. And it's very good that you use this. I'm thinking of writing a ghost guide down, how to survive, which ones to avoid, all the types there are. And maybe a real fan someday will find my guide. A real fan someday will find my journal. Because you know, I'm gonna work so hard in this field of work with ghosts that even when I become my work, you know, even when I go to the afterlife, people will still be safe, you know, from bad spirits. I'm trying to work that hard, you know, but I guess you need certain equipment. A lot of people, what do you think about these national parks? You know, a lot of people seem to disappear in them. Stairways have been found in the national parks, and I think that's where people go. Other people think it's people in there way after hours taking other people. Another theory because of another theory, just a theory, because of a movie was the ranger makes people disappear who don't follow the rules and who trash the place. You know, that's just a theory because of a big movie. Um, there's all sorts of things about national parks. Um, it's not when it comes to national parks, when it comes to any topic, it's not always rainbows and sunshine. There's some stuff they won't tell you so they can make a sale. And you know, and ghosts are be taken very seriously because from what I understand, like in Florida or some other wherever there's real estate, if a place is haunted, they're supposed to tell you before you buy it. I guess some sort of rule now. I would love, I would love another haunted place to myself. More reason to explore. Break out the equipment and see what new friends I'm making. The ones that actually stick around. I'm not one for Ouija boards. Too many people have used them and didn't learn to say goodbye. And people use Ouija boards and don't say goodbye. Is why the world is so haunted. Okay? And teenagers think it's a joke. It's not a joke. There's too much, and there's demon energized crystals for sale in some places. I don't know why. You shouldn't be selling them to teens or anybody. That kind of stuff shouldn't be sold. It makes the world worse, not better. I'm trying to close certain portals, not open new ones with new problems coming out of them. It's not a joke. It's all, you know, I'm my shades himself here, woken up with scratches. And you know what? You got to think about this. Like, I'm no doctor, but when it comes to demon scratches, there is no medicine for that. So, once again, and if you want to consider one thing medicine, it is holy water. And I recommend you put that on you before you go into an active place full of pure concentrated evil. Shower in holy water. Get as much as you can. Because it will mess with you on their time, not yours. That means months down the road, a year down the road, they'll mess with you and everything. And I've seen, like in pictures at least, I've seen portals open. And the problem with going in is, and I'm not afraid, I promise you, I'm not afraid to go through to get answers. But I just don't think my device can handle it. And it's my only device here. Do you understand? Yes, in fact, I have smelled perfume out of nowhere and right under my nose exactly. And I made sure it wasn't the scent from the house. I made sure it wasn't flowers from outside and the breeze blowing it through the window. I made sure it was none of that before I was sure of my answer. You must always delete the logic, which I really don't believe in logic. You must delete, certain things before you are positive about your answer. But yes, plenty of times, many scents have come out of my nose. I have something around me called a smoking ghost for a long time. It's like someone lit a smoke right under my nose, and I was inhaling like a whole box of them. You know, there was times when I lost family and I started to smell flowers. I still, for some reason, have a scent under my nose from kindergarten. Have a great night. More soon.